Hi guys, and we're going to explore Pavo. So as usual, first thing we're going to do in the system is find out what's on our interesting planet here. So let's have a little look here. There we go, just inching our way in. Ah, it's a mysterious thing on the surface. So it seems to be a structure. There is sparse life on the planet. And there's a couple of interesting materials, so it's actually telling me the resource units that I'll get from visiting the planet, which could save time. I didn't notice that before. So yeah, there's a lot that's gone into this, and they've put some good effort in. Whoop, I don't want to bring up my information. So first of all, I'll go directly and find out what this is. Let's have a little look.
Got a busted Mukay ship here, Captain. Looks like a cutting beam severed some of its tentacles. The Scryve? A lot of useful looking supplies in it though. We'll take what we can.
So there's a large number of resource units on there. That is one of the things that could potentially come back to haunt them in the Star Control thing, because resource units is from Star Control 2. And getting different levels of resource units for different resources, that was also a Star Control 2 thing. There are many different elements which have been taken from Star Control 2 here, but we are not trying to go through this as a bias thing, because my bias is probably towards Fred and Paul when it comes to this stuff. The thing is, I love Stardock, but I do have my thoughts in regards to what's happened with everything legally on this, and as usual, nobody has the full story, if that makes sense. The fact of the matter is, though, they've made a darn good game, and I'm enjoying it. And I don't think that if I don't think that if you know, I don't think that you can be biased when it comes to finding out whether or not a game is good or not based upon things. You've got to accept all of the facts, basically. Right. Oh, is that what I think it is, or is that just the sun? That's the sun. Right. So. There we go, and that will be our nickel, and we can pull out wash. That said, I am enjoying this game. They've done a good job with it. Ah, biology abundant. Now, did I just look at that, you can see the little critters on the planet surface as well. Yeah, that's a cute little thing. I didn't notice that before, so you got a little critter there. Alright, so yeah, they've done some good stuff with this, so I think there's a critter there when I land. No. So 8 critters on the surface. I mean, I think it's a shame that there is a legal issue with Star Control. I really do, because I would absolutely love to see what Fred and Paul are going to come up with next. And I think that the guys at Stardock have done a great job with everything. I mean, Stardock games, I've always found them to be very, very, very limited. And that's my major problem with them. It's like they always feel like they're an unfinished game that I wonder why I've bothered sort of playing it after a while. Galactic Civilizations really felt like it was not even close to being finished at the start. But this has got a lot more detail and depth in it than the Galactic Civilizations games, and it's quite. I think it's quite clear that Brad Wardell, the CEO of Stardock, does genuinely love the Star Control universe. You know, so it's a bit of a confusing one. I mean, I'm not entirely sure why I'm picking up the critter meat, but the thing is, I have a feeling that it's going to come into play at some point soon, because in the old Star Controls you'd go and you'd gather this kind of stuff, which would be information on different species. But it just seems that you get one meat from each critter that you defeat at the moment, and I'm wondering really how useful is this sort of data. There's 4 left on the surface of this planet, so I'm gonna look for them for 30 seconds. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Found one. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You know, I don't think I'm going to find any more, not in the time that it takes me to do this thing, but whatever. So I'm just going to speed up through this canyon. Yeah, there's nothing else that I'm going to find on the planet, I don't think. Yeah, I'm just going to pull out. There's no point in beating a dead horse, basically. So we've got a nice big planet there, which looks cool. That's a brown dwarf. That's a planet type? I thought brown dwarf was a type of star. But, you know, biology is also abundant here. No major issues. So, you know, biology seems to be relatively abundant in the Star Control universe, so I'm not too worried about hunting all of the things. I'll basically just take them if and when I can grab the blooming things. Right. Oh my god, 61 critters on this blooming planet. It's crawling with critters. Right, now this is actually a useful hunting ground, because if the life is hard to come across in the universe, finding this planet is literally a godsend. Let's have a little look. Wow, there is so much meat here. They're also pretty harmless as well, which is pretty cool. I mean, the thing is, if there's a lot more planets out there that have got this kind of life on, then I'm not going to be that worried. But this is literally the first of its kind that I've seen. Right, so all that's left on this planet is literally critters. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to run around and splat them. These things are absolutely everywhere. This is definitely like, I would call this a safari world. I mean, I've only killed like 20 of the blooming things so far. There's so much out here. I'm just going to end it for a second. Sorry about that, guys. We're back on safari critter hunting, so there we go. He never saw it coming. I am very, very impressed with Star Control so far. It's a good game. I mean, you know, there are things. I think that it's like it'd be nice to have some form of sensor which would allow you to sort of track into enemies like this, so that you could literally hunt them a bit better. I'm gonna stop hunting them in a minute. I'm just pretty much taking what I can. But yeah, so Eta Pavo Prime. That is a really, really good life planet. Literally, it's crawling with blooming insects. I'm just going to take out these two and then I'm going to go. Unless I see another one immediately. There we go. So I'm going to pull out now. And I'll remember that one. So yeah, Eta Pavo Prime, definitely worth visiting there. Then we've got Eta Pavo 5. I like these sort of crystal. Ah, it's a gas giant. No landable pet service. That's a shame. But yeah, Eta Pavo 3. Still quite cold. Let's see. Oh no, there's lots and lots of good stuff here on the surface. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I've got these landing blooming jets, because they make everything easier for someone like me. Whoa, 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 whoa. The idea of landing on a planet and collecting its resources like this is really, really cool. I really do think that the boosters are they are very, very useful for this process. So I think that if you've never got boosters, you should, because I mean, look at that. They just make everything easier. Uranium. You should be careful with uranium in real life because it's really, really dangerous stuff. Don't know how many of you have done chemistry, but it is horrendous if you get uranium in your pants. When people say it gives you superpowers, they're lying. But yeah, this Eta Pavos, this has been a good system so far. I can pull out. I've noticed that there's no real rock formations on these planets like there was on the moon, and I think that's a little bit disappointing. So you've got 1, 2. Right, this is still a cold one, so what is that? It's maybe it's something to do with the gases in the atmosphere, but with distances like that, this planet should not be colder. So I think someone's messed up somewhere at least. Because the general rule is that the closer you are to a sun, the hotter your planet is going to be. You know, it's a little bit weird to be honest, but you know, not everything's going to be perfect. You know, whoa. Using that strafe feature, boing. I do like the strafing feature in this game. I think that's quite nice. Still worried about the lack of rock formations that you can destroy. I mean that's disappointing. We don't want to go into those magnetic zap things because they're going to hurt us somehow. It's just pulling off. Got a nice amount of resources in. That is going to be immense when I get them back. Don't want to contact the Mukay because they are they're just obsessed with fish really. I mean, I like the fact they gave me more fuel, which was really nice of them, but I'm not overall a fan of their culture to be honest. Silicon, wind is their only problem. Seems like an easy land to be honest. I like red worlds. I think red is a beautiful colour. Well, what can I say? I'm sometimes that fast in the bedroom. So, we didn't notice that there's a little one out there. Very, very tiny. Tried to sneak away from me, did you, Eta Pavo? And for some reason the lurker is lurking around there. I don't think there's going to be anything interesting on the planet there because there's no information thing that comes up. So let's plonk down, grab our ethanol and get the smeg out of here. Right. I think that was overall, oh no. I think that was overall a successful trip. So we're going to head out to the edge of the system. Don't think there's anything else there. Going to bring up our map. Where else can we explore in the local area? Zeta Pavo A and B. So let's go through the Zeta Pavo system. We'll go through everything in Pavo and then we'll head back to our home base and pass on any information that we've got from our little voyage. But we're doing alright. So yeah, if you're not interested in watching the hyperspace, you can just chill out and watch the next video. Catch you in a bit. And there we go, Zeta Pavo A. Sweet beans. Catch you next time. Bye bye.